This morning on The Dish, a chef who's helped put Filipino food on the nation's menu. Born in New York to a family from the Dominican Republic, Miguel Trinidad started working in the hospitality industry as a delivery boy, but found his way into the kitchen and went on to culinary school and jobs as an executive chef.
That's when he met Nicole Ponseca, a Filipino native, and on a backpacking trip through her homeland, fell for its multicultural cuisine. They went on to open two critically acclaimed restaurants, Maharlika and Jeepney. And last year they published Am A Filipino, named one of 2018's best cookbooks by the New York Times and other publications. Chef Miguel Trinidad, welcome to The Dish.
Thank you so much for having us.
What a spectacular table. Tell us what's here.
We'll start over at that end, and we brought a variety of dishes, lumpia being the crispy spring roll type, followed by suman, which is a rice cake that's been wrapped in banana leaves and steamed. You have the oxtail. Here you have bibingka. Adobo. Adobo is a national dish, and this one is made with pork and chicken. Ukoy, which is a shrimp fritter. And, of course, you need a little something sweet. You have the flan.
You are a first, because I don't think I've ever met a chef who's actually been born in a New York City taxi.
Yes. I was born in a New York City taxi cab. Mom broke water in the elevator, hopped in a cab, and it was speeding towards the hospital. Pulled over by the cops. They saw what was happening. Gave us an escort to the hospital. I was out before we even got there.
And tell us that has something to do with your love for this incredible way that you bring about food to the palate.
Being born in New York City, it's like there's such a diversity of cultures here. When I got involved with Filipino food, it was just a burst of flavor. It was something that I had never had before. I didn't know much about it. And meeting Nicole, I was introduced to the food and really dove into it to find out more about the culture and saw the similarities between Filipino food and Dominican food.
It wasn't until you were 33 that you ended up going to culinary school. You had little adventures in commercial photography and the dot-coms. So what was the delay?
You know, I was involved in the hospitality industry. Started when I was 17 as a delivery boy. I've worked so many different facets of it, and I was involved in catering. So I started my own company, and it happened, chef didn't show up to work one day, and I jumped in the kitchen.
No.
I had to do it, and you know, from there I said, let me go to school and see what this is all about.
It was Nicole Ponseca who hired you at your first real job at the soul food place.
Yes. That was my first interview out of culinary school.
Yeah.
Nicole was the person who gave me my first interview before I went in front of chef.
Right.
And we met at the Soho restaurant, and as we developed a friendship, you know, I got to know her better, and I saw her crying one day in the corner. I said, what's going on? She's like, I want to open up a Filipino place, but there aren't Filipino chefs that believe it will ever be accepted mainstream.
Really?
Right? I knew very little about Filipino food. I said, let me be your puppet, right?
So well, why did you take that challenge?
It was something new. It's something that hasn't been done in New York. There were Filipino restaurants in Queens and Jersey, but the vision that she had was different than anything else that we had seen. And for me, it was exciting. I'm doing something new. You know, getting out of culinary school, I thought I was going to cook Italian food. I ended up doing Filipino food. Something that I didn't know much about, and I could learn and be creative with.
And you really immersed yourself in the culture, though, to make this like it is your own.
I dove into the culture. We backpacked through the Philippines for 3.5 months to really learn. We started at the most northern point and worked our way south. And just the way the cuisine changed from region to region was amazing. And imagine, it's like being a kid at FAO Schwartz. This was my playground. This was my toys. I could learn from all these different people and bring it back to the United States. And we opened up Maharlika first and introduced Filipino food to the East Village.
Well, if you could, as we enjoy this brilliant meal, sign the dish and tell us if you could have this with anyone, who would it be?
You know, that's a loaded question.
It always is.
It always is, because you think about all the people that you would want to sit at a table with. I would love to sit with Ferran Adria. He's the godfather of, you know, molecular gastronomy. I would love to just pick his brain. It's like, how did you come up with this?
Yeah.
What a feast. Thank you.
It really is a feast. We thank you so much, Miguel. And Chef Miguel Trinidad has a lot more to teach us. If you'd like to know more about him, head to our website at cbsthismorning.com.